It began like thousands of other school mornings across America, quiet, routine, and completely unremarkable. No one could have imagined that within hours, a small Colorado community would be thrust into one of the most heartbreaking crimes in its history. On the morning of October 5, 2012, 10-year-old Jessica Ridgeway left her home in Westminster, Colorado, heading out for her usual walk to school. She followed the same path she'd taken countless times before, normally meeting up with friends along the way. But that morning, Jessica never arrived. When she failed to show up at school, staff quickly contacted her mother, Sarah Ridgeway, who had been sleeping after a late-night work shift. The moment Sarah realized her daughter was missing, she called police, and a frantic search was launched. Within hours, Westminster was transformed into a massive search zone.
Westminster 911, what is the address of your emergency? Hey, what's going on there?
My daughter's missing. I guess she never made it to school this morning.
How old's your daughter?
She's 10.
Okay, what's your daughter's name?
Jessica Ridgeway.
And when did you last see her?
This morning when she left at 8:30.
Did she walk?
Yeah. And I checked her friend's house that she walked and they're not answering the door.
And you said that the school called, so they weren't?
And I work nights, so I slipped through the call.
Okay, sir, sorry about that. We've got several officers on the way over to help you out, okay?
Police officers, neighbors, and volunteers flooded the streets, calling Jessica's name, handing out flyers, knocking on doors, and searching every possible hiding place. In a community known for its safety and close-knit neighborhoods, disbelief quickly turned into fear.
It's a sickening feeling, especially when we all have children of our own, and it could have been our child, and I feel horrible for her parents.
Everyone likes to think that their neighborhood's safe, but there's no invisible barriers to keep us.
As the hours stretched into days, the search intensified. Jessica's smiling school photo dominated television screens across Colorado. Volunteers in bright orange vests combed fields, creeks, parks, and playgrounds. Hope clung to every lead, every reported sighting, every unanswered question. The entire state waited, praying for a miracle. On October 8th, 3 days after Jessica vanished, investigators made a chilling discovery. Her backpack and water bottle were found in the neighboring town of Superior, roughly 6 miles from her home. The items were placed neatly on a sidewalk, as if intentionally left to be discovered. Forensic teams rushed the evidence for analysis, hoping it would provide answers. Instead, it only deepened the mystery. There were no usable fingerprints, no eyewitnesses, and no sign of Jessica herself. Anxiety spread rapidly. Parents stopped letting their children walk alone. Police presence increased, with officers canvassing neighborhoods, reviewing surveillance footage, and interviewing hundreds of people.
Officers, including the FBI, are searching right now, overnight, using bloodhounds in temperatures near freezing, and still no sign of young Jessica Ridgeway.
Yet, Jessica remained missing. 2 days later, on October 10, the search ended in devastation. A construction worker discovered human remains in a remote field in Arvada, nearly 10 miles from Westminster.
Police are telling us maintenance workers picking up trash along the side of this road found the body. The garbage truck is still parked here, and you can see there the crime scene markings police left behind. Today they're processing the scene. And
the body had been severely dismembered, making identification difficult. When DNA results finally returned, they confirmed the worst fear imaginable. The remains belonged to Jessica Ridgeway. The revelation shattered the community. Investigators were shaken by the brutality of the crime. The FBI joined the case, working alongside local police to analyze evidence and build a psychological profile of the killer. They believed the perpetrator was local, familiar with the area, and had planned the abduction. As Halloween approached, fear gripped families across Colorado. Children stayed indoors. Neighborhoods once filled with laughter now felt eerily silent. For nearly 2 weeks, investigators chased tip after tip, but the break in the case came from an unexpected source: a terrified mother. October 23, 2012, 17-year-old Austin Reed Sigg confessed to his mother, Mindy, that he had murdered Jessica Ridgeway. Horrified, she immediately called 911. Her shaking voice on the recorded call revealed the unimaginable truth.
Hi, this is Molly at Westminster Police. Can I help you?
Hi, I need you to come to my house. My son wants to turn himself in for the Jessica Ridgeway murder.
And what's going on there? Ma'am,
You not hear me? He just confessed to killing her.
I know. I want you to tell me what's going on. Can you tell me exactly what he said?
But he did it, and he gave me details, and her remains are in my house.
Did you see them?
No.
Is he there with you?
Yes.
Is he cooperative?
Yes.
How old is your son?
17.
What is your son's name?
Austin Reed Sigg.
Can you spell it? You said Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and spell his last name for me.
S as in Sam, I-G-G.
Okay, I understand that you're probably, feeling pretty crappy right now, but I want you to know that you did the right thing by calling.
He did it. He just wanted me to call. He is turning himself in.
Okay, do you think that he's going to be cooperative with the officers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
When police arrived, Sigg was calm. He didn't resist. He told them everything.
Is this Austin?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Austin. This is Molly at the Westminster Police Department.
Hi.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on right now, or how you're feeling, or how did this come about?
I don't exactly get why you're asking these questions.
Austin Sigg lived just a few miles from Jessica's home. He was a quiet, intelligent high school student who, on the surface, blended in seamlessly. But beneath that exterior were deeply disturbing obsessions. Sigg was fascinated with death, forensic science, and mortuary studies. He had taken college-level courses in mortuary science and spent countless hours studying anatomy and crime shows.
What kind of classes is he taking?
To be a mortician.
He wants to be a mortician? Okay.
Investigators soon uncovered even darker warning signs. Months earlier, Sigg had attempted to abduct a woman jogging near Kettner Lake. She fought back and escaped. DNA collected from that attack would later match the DNA found on Jessica's remains. During questioning, Sigg showed little emotion. His confession was detailed, methodical, and chillingly detached.
Go on and tell me what happened after you grabbed her.
She screamed and I told her to be quiet, and I used zip ties to zip tie her hands and legs together, and then I hopped in the front of my car and I drove around for probably a good 10-20 minutes. I asked her if she had a cell phone, looked for that. She kept asking me questions and I would answer them, and I would lie to her. I would tell her that everything was going to be okay, and I would just lie to her.
He recounted the horrifying details of grabbing her, placing her in his car, and driving away. Eventually arriving at his mother's house.
And I took her up to my room. And I sat her in my room, and I played Netflix on the TV for her. It was either like Family Guy or something. I don't remember. It was some cartoon. I just kind of sat there. I sat there and I stared at her, and I just remember absolutely blankness in my head. nothing, no thoughts, no nothing. And it terrified me.
Despite being only 17, Sigg was tried as an adult. In 2013, he pleaded guilty to 15 charges, including first-degree murder and kidnapping. During sentencing, Jessica's mother addressed him directly, saying, "You stole the light of my life." The judge condemned Sigg's cruelty and sentenced him to life in prison without parole, plus an additional 86 years. Jessica's death left a permanent scar on Westminster, but it also united the community in remembrance. Vigils were held. Purple ribbons, Jessica's favorite color, lined streets and trees. Her school built the Jessica Ridgeway Memorial Playground in her honor. Out of unimaginable grief, Sarah Ridgeway became an advocate for child safety, determined to ensure no other family would endure the same pain. Cases like Jessica Ridgeway's echo hauntingly in other tragedies, including the Hannah Graham case where another bright young life was taken by someone hiding in plain sight. These stories remind us how fragile safety can be and how important vigilance and awareness truly are. If you want to continue exploring real cases that deserve to be remembered and understood, subscribe to the channel and stay with us for more true crime stories that matter.